racing if you don't mind. That sounds cool. You said you got up by the airport
Oh yeah, we should pop right on the airport.
and hit the runways?
Hit the runways.
That's awesome. You couldn't get away with that now for
Yeah,
No,
it'd be
man.
impossible. You'd be in jail for the rest of your life.
Nah, you could.
Did you ever have any? He said, "No, you could.
You could do it.
You could do it."
Yeah, you could do it.
All right, I would be.
Did you ever have any planes coming in while you guys were doing that? Or it was so late they didn't have that going, or what was
Well, the airport wasn't that heavy in traffic. And besides that, you were getting through, it was actually a little over a quarter mile. And you was getting through and out of there. If you seen a plane, you'd be gone before they got,
Oh,
rode
I
around
see.
and
You
sat
got
down,
enough
so-
time to.
you know,
Split.
it wasn't as long as you had somebody who's paying attention to what the hell was going on, there was nothing to it. You just,
Wow.
they just put you a nice runway on it.
How many of you guys would be out there? Like a whole crowd of people, or?
Oh yeah, it was, there was money changing hands then.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Want a Martin or a gay?
No, I don't think so. And, but street racing then was serious business.
Is that on?
Now it's
Oh,
just,
go ahead. You're fine.
now it's just for a hell of it, you know, more or less.
Mhm.
Of course, we used to play the colleges pretty strong. Daddy's buying them boys some cars. We took a lot of friggin' titles. I sold so many cars in one year that I had to get a goddamn dealer's license. No shit, that's what they done with me. Made me get a
Wow.
dealer's license. For selling so many cars. But they were pretty nice about it. Sold me a dealer's license. Screwed with me for taxes for a while, and I didn't sell no cars for a while, and then I left for a while. And it all gone away. But, so I was once a car dealer, sorta.
Wow. That's great. Did they? So I assume when they're telling you you had to get a car dealer's license, they had an idea where you were selling these, how you were getting these cars to sell, I'd imagine, or no?
Well, they couldn't pick up any that had a stolen report on them. And I had a title. And so we didn't have no conversation,
Oh, that's good.
you know. You gotta have more than the fact that I got this car and this title
Yeah.
to be hounding on my ass. So I guess that's about all they could do is sell me a. And the hell back then, I don't remember what the hell. We ain't even talking big money for a license for selling cars. Then it was near the price of what you make off one at all. But and then it just I didn't renew it, and it just went away. And I got picked up one night, and some young ass cop, he probably followed that when he was pushing cars across the goddamn floor at home, you know. He tried to dig some shit on it, and they just didn't want to hear it. Whatever it was taken care of, they decided if you're selling cars, you buy a dealer's or a used car. Because they were all used, even though they were brand new. They'd been titled, that made them used. And I don't think they wanted all the paperwork of what it would amounted to, you know. I think they was glad when the year was over, probably maybe as glad as I was. Because when it was there, you don't know quite what to think about it, you know.
So you said you'd taken the Zeiss school. Did you see that in the back of a magazine, or how did you get turned on to that in the first place?
Carnivals. See, I was working carnivals and painting signs before I ever got into tattooing. I ended up starting out in carnivals. First hit on carnivals at 13. And then I was looking for something. I was already sign painting and doing whatever come up on the carnival. And I like working flat stores. That's crooked joints. But if you got any sense at all, you're going to realize that, you know, so you get picked up and you lay down your story, you know. Yeah, you know. I like the daddy story. Telling about how your daddy got killed, and that's the only thing that he ever taught you was carnival. My dad never, I don't even, yeah, he would go to a carnival once in a while because he liked to go see the farm animals and stuff. But, that story always got him pretty good. Let you lose. But you know, you keep seeing them years fall by, and that story's not going to work too long. And although I've seen him try it at one of her friends, is he still alive? Oh, asshole down there in Florida.
Which one?
You know the one I mean. His wife had cancer.
Oh, Cecil.
Cecil. Is he still alive?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I don't think he is neither.
I think he had.
But he hung with that old flat store thing his whole goddamn life. His whole life. Probably the last time I seen him is, what, in his 70s?
Mhm.
And still pushing it. I got the hell off it there, you know. Hell with that. Try to get something that
He was full grown when he was 13.
that was passable.
And on the road and making his own living. He was like
Painting signs
doing his
And-
whole thing.
and doing
Yeah.
just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I painted signs in one
He
of
worked
the
the
Victoria
games.
War.
You know, worked the games, rides, the whole thing.
That sounds like a ton of fun, man. I wish I was doing that at 13.
Back then,
Were you having a good time doing it, or working hard too, or
Oh, busting your ass, but yeah, it's a good way of life.
you know?
If you like it. That's what happened. I don't. Did you know that I was going to have a book done? Did you talk about it?
You know, Dana had mentioned that once to me,
Well-
that some guy had, the guy who did, is it Philadelphia Eddie's?
Crazy Eddie's. Yeah.
And he was all kind of weird to you about, or tell me the
No,
story.
no, what happened was, no, he's a hell of a good guy, but we just had a problem there that I didn't know what to do with it really, because see, I and him come from different sides of the street, and so we done the same thing, talked, he taped, and done a little piece of it. And I realized right then that we weren't on the same road. To me, I was doing what I wanted to. If I wouldn't have done it my whole damn life pretty much, you know. But to him, he's seen it as just a miserable existence, you know, just really rough, you know, I mean, just, you know,
Why do you think that is?
you're sleeping in trucks,
He's from a different world.
you're on the road, you know, and he comes from a nice soft bed and all of that. Hell of a good guy, but, you know, he just
Didn't have that traveling spirit, huh?
well, he didn't understand it.
If you're gonna understand Renegade, you need some street sense.
He just
He's
didn't,
not a person on the street.
and,
Well, I wonder how he got interested in tattooing in the first place then. That's what I would think those two things
through-
kind of go hand in hand sometimes, most of the time, but
yeah, and especially, I wondered the same thing, was with Eddie, but after talking to Eddie and being around him and back and forth with the book, Eddie just found out some way. I don't know how he found out the guy could write. And really, Eddie just laid it down and took him by the hand and led him through it. So that's why I didn't think nothing of it when he'd been around Eddie. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know. And I never had the slightest idea that he wasn't going to have an understanding of the road and the street and, you know, what it takes to work 49 of the 50 states and all that shit, you know. I had no idea until, even in talking to him I didn't, until he'd done a little piece of it. And then I realized we just got a misunderstanding here that, you know, there ain't nothing you can do with it. If you see something one way and you have all your life, and I see the same thing a whole different way, it's going to stay that way. It's not going to change. You're not going to change neither am I. And so we couldn't.
It would have been very difficult
Yeah.
to write this book.
Now, if you want to read a book that's really done right, that's that book on Don Leslie.
By Madame Chinchilla.
Oh yeah.
Have
That
you
is-
read that?
I've read bits and pieces of it. I'm not a very good reader, so I'm kind of bounce around a bit. But
Did you
I
ever
have seen
read
it.
Eddie's book?
I did. I have Eddie's book, the volume 1.
Did you read it?
I listened to it
Mm.
because it comes with the
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the CD or whatever, and I listened to it. I just have that. He's got like 7 or 8 volume, or is it 5? I mean, it was a lot.
Six.
So
6, I don't think the 7th one happened. He was in between on the 7th one, but I know there's 6 because I got the 6 of them.
but it was quite a bit. But I like listening to it better than reading it. So evidently it was the same, but I like hearing, you know, him
That was
talk
Eddie's
it.
stories and Eddie's.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Eddie.
Eddie all the way.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy didn't really
The other
write
guy,
that
he
book.
was
Just
just
kind of put it
order.
together, huh?
Yeah, he took it from Eddie and put it on paper.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I
They've
like
done
seeing all the.
same with, he used to be a skull muncher, what's his name?
Oh, down in Texas. What's the guy with 1,000 pairs of cowboy boots? Gil Monty.
Oh, Gil. Uh-huh.
Does he get 1,000 pair of cowboy boots?
I don't know.
Does
He's
he
got
have a
lot
book
of them.
out?
Just a tiny little.
Oh,
I
I don't
haven't
know. I've
seen
never
it, but
seen
the
it.
same guy wrote it.
Oh, really?
But actually, Gil wrote it and done the same thing, took him by the hand and, you know.
It's just little short stories.
My a guy that kind of brought me into tattooing. I don't know. Did you ever know F.E. Craig? He used to run around with Gil, and they were biker dudes and did all of that stuff. And I heard quite a few stories I doubt Gil would put in a book.
What did he look
Yes,
like?
there is quite a few that have to
So
scale.
he had a big spider right here. Had a mustache. Kind of a shorter, kind of stockier guy. F.E. Craig. He had a shop. Oh, it was called Southern Fried Tattoo.
Oh, yeah, okay, I know
Yeah.
who you mean. I didn't know him, but I know who you mean.
Yeah. Well, his son kind of brought me in. So his son Jamie. So, but yeah, I heard a lot of stories that I doubt would end in a book in there. So maybe
Yeah.
that's why they're a little spotty. So.
Well, the stories he put down were just cute stories, you know, like there's a picture of his favorite cowboy boots, the millions of however.
I didn't
many he
even
has.
know he had an extra pair.
Yeah, that's the whole big deal with that book is Gil Monty and his boots.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Huh, that's funny.
I'm gonna have to bring that up next time I see him.
He considers himself one of the best dressed, whatever, I guess Texans. Whatever.
Oh, that might have been on Tuesday. He's a little changeable.
Hmm.
Maybe a little different on Wednesday, you know. Gil's a hell of a good guy, though.
Yeah. That's what the boots were about.
Yeah. I've been wanting to read his book. But I haven't been too excited about it because most of us going to have to be left out anyway, just like you said. So.
All
Tony
the good
Sinclair
stuff.
did the same thing.
Anybody that's been
Oh,
out there on
really?
the road
Yeah,
that
the
way.
guy got like a grant from the University of Kentucky and wrote Stoney's book. The Stoney we knew, I don't know who that guy in that book was.
Oh yeah.
Because he wrote that for his family.
Oh, I
His-
see.
His family, you know, the kind, sweet whatevers
Mm,
in the family.
mm,
He didn't write it. Stoney Sinclair,
mm,
tattooing on the street.
mm.
You know, he didn't write
That
it.
was it. I enjoyed that book though. I do have that one. I have read that book, most of it, I think.
Yeah, Stoney's book was,
I had a guy look into that, and he says you have to write the way the university wants it.
Oh, because it's
So,
all like grant
You
money
get
or
that
whatever.
grant, yeah.
well, Stoney's book, you know,
It was neat.
it,
I enjoyed the pictures in it anyway. I don't know, I got nothing to compare it to writing wise,
it
but.
just kind of,
This is the hardbound, the little book, not that big one
Oh,
that's
okay.
out.
I'm thinking of the big one.
No, the big one that's out. That was isn't that a Hardy production? Didn't that Hardy?
I don't know. I don't remember
the
who
big
did
picture
that one.
book.
I don't know, I think it's over there in the rack.
No, we don't have the big picture book. We may have the little
No.
hardbound books, the one we're talking about.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh, what happened with Stoney's book mainly was, where it missed Stoney, I don't think the guy that wrote it had spent any time around hillbillies. And that way, he lost a little piece of Stoney, because Stoney was a hardcore, hillbilly. And right out of the hills, out of that mining country up there. And the guy just didn't quite grab that. But other than that, the book on Stoney's pretty good. Stoney was a really decent guy. Well, most of the time. When I tried to go to work for him, he turned his fucking dogs on me. Both of them.
Tell us the story with that then.
Oh, well, he was working down, he had a shop down on Franklin's, or Fortune Street in Tampa. I don't know if you know Tampa or not. At that time, that was dead center of Skid Row. And Mission on one side, Cat House corner ways across from it, and Saratoga Club on the other side, American Club on the other side. You were right in the middle of shit down there, said Stoney. And lived in the shop. I guess that's where I got to have it, maybe. But he just, I don't know, there was just a part of it missing in there, and when after you read it and think about it, it's just what, as I see it, the guy that wrote it didn't understand enough about the hills to grab just what Stoney was, it wasn't Stoney skipping it. I know it wasn't Stoney skipping it. It was the guy wasn't picking it up.
You just didn't get all the components.
Yeah, he just didn't
Okay.
get the.
Well, Stoney said he had it written for his family. But a lot of things.
Well,
just
yeah,
weren't
well,
mentioned.
there was a few things in there. See, because he left his family at 9 years old, was the last that he ever stood on his own 2 feet. And he was gone from there before that. And
He worked as the ossified guy on the corner.